Okay, we're good. Hi, everybody. How are we all doing this evening? Yes, it's the Christmas season. The snow and the ice and the sleet and the snow. It's actually not snowing here right now, but we are supposed to get hammered tonight. We're supposed to get hammered tonight with a pretty bad ice storm. Yeah, I thought I should probably do a video now because I don't think the power is going to go out tomorrow, but I still am kind of like, eh. The place I live now is significantly better at maintaining their power grid than where I was living before. Before where I was at, like where my mom's still living, like you pretty much had to expect the power was going to go out like every time we would have a major blizzard. So it's not even like a question of if, it's just when. So yeah, my mom will probably lose power, but I hopefully won't. I never saw snow before. It's crazy. How many people in here live in an area of the world where it has never snowed? And you have only seen snow when you've like traveled or obviously seen it on like television or movies or stuff. How many people here have not just seen snow, period? Like that. Here's a story. When I was in middle school, there was a kid, I don't remember his name, and I have no idea what happened to him, but he moved here from California. He was like living in Southern California in like LA, San Diego kind of area, I guess, and he moved out into the middle of Pennsylvania for some God knows only reason. And I remember one day walking into, I think it was social studies class. We walked into social studies, and he was just standing at the window, just staring out the window with like a blank stare. And I'm like, I forget his name. I'll just call him Bill. I'm like, okay, Bill, how you doing? And he's just like, look at the snow. And I'm like, yeah, it's snow. Yeah. If we get enough of it, there's no school. What? And just like, yeah. What happened to the ghost? The ghost mystery has been solved. It's a good thing that you brought that up, Paco Loco. The ghost mystery will be solved and will be revealed during the charity live stream this Saturday on December 17th, 2022 at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I really should have announced that earlier, but I'm announcing it now. I'll bring it up in the video tomorrow and Friday. But it is going to be Saturday, yes. But I don't want to spoil exactly the revelation on who the ghost was. Guess on who the ghost was, and we'll call it a day. Was it former physicist Isaac Newton? Was it former Pharaoh Ramses the Great? Was it former Pittsburgh Steeler quarterback Ben Roethlisberger, even though he's still alive? I don't know, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait. Was it Brooke the whole time? Was it Oppenheimer, the man that developed the atomic bomb? Was it Ichigo Kurosaki? I don't know. It was King Boo. I'd like to get haunted by King Boo. King Boo seems like a fun kind of ghost to hang out with. I love the roulette boss battle during Super Mario Sunshine. That was like an awesome fight. God, I hope it was not Michael Jackson. No, it was not Michael Jackson. No. It was the jacket the whole time. Was it Vampire Tekking? I don't know. I have not seen Wednesday yet. It's every time I go on Netflix, it tells me to watch Wednesday, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. I've never been like a huge fan of the Addams Family, like as a property. I never really enjoyed like any kind of medium they were in. But maybe I should check this one out. Is it good? Yeah. The ghost was Sadako. Sadako. So here's a fun story. When I was in college, we had like movie nights at the anime club every now and then. And for one movie night, we decided to play The Ring, or Ringu, like the original Japanese version. And I'd had so many people hype up to me that Ringu was like super creepy and way more intense than like the English version. So I got the Japanese copy of Ringu, but I didn't actually watch it because I wanted to be like surprised. So we show up to the anime club, and I'm the president, and I'm giving this big speech about how this movie is supposed to be really, really intense and crazy and all that kind of shit. And then we watch it, and it's just kind of like, eh. Like, it's not even that, it's not scary. It's fine. Like, I think the American version was honestly creepier. But that's just me. When will your charity stream be? It'll be December 17th, this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am going to bring this up in other, I'll mention it more in the stream, but I'm going to make a separate video about it. And I'm also going to mention it in every video that I'll have up until now, so don't worry. And I'm also going to set the stream up like a day before. So, you know, you'll get a little alert on, if you're subscribed to me, you'll get a little bit of an alert that'll like charity streams starting in 24 hours or something like that. Probably Friday is when I'm going to start that. You want to talk about how Blackbeard has an authority chip from kidnapping Kobe? That's not a bad point. That's actually a really good point. Blackbeard has one of those. There's a bit of a debate, but I don't know if I should get into it because that's kind of spoiler territory. I'm not really sure. Did you know that Oda will come to... Yeah, he's going to travel to Saudi Arabia. Oda is going to Saudi Arabia to do an interview with, I believe, a Saudi Arabian... Is he a YouTuber? I believe he's just a Saudi Arabian One Piece YouTuber, which is pretty interesting because Oda does not usually do interviews. Whenever he does do an interview with like a television network or something, it's usually that's usually all it is. So for him to travel to Saudi Arabia to do an interview, like that's unusual. That doesn't usually happen. So I guess we'll see how this goes. You know, that's a very strange story. Yeah. Tekking, you're so handsome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm from Sweden. Okay, so you've definitely seen you've definitely seen snow before, I'm going to assume. Yeah. Sweden seems like a fun place to live. Like if I had to choose a place to like if I had to just like choose another place to live on this planet, I couldn't actually like look for a place to live. I just like, you have to pick another country to live right now, right this moment. And it's just like, okay, or what? It's like, or you die, you explode. I'm like, okay, fine. Well, I guess I'm picking Sweden. All right, whatever. I guess I'll pick Sweden. You know, actually, no, I'd probably pick England. I'd pick England or Australia just because they speak English in those countries, so I wouldn't have to learn a whole other language. Although I'm assuming they probably speak English in a decent chunk of Sweden as well. I'm sure it's not all Swedish. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've never been to Sweden. Oda binges Tekking videos confirmed. Okay, like, I say this... Let me tell you a conversation that me and Rogers Base had when we were in Los Angeles, okay? And, because we were talking about some stuff there, and he mentioned that Inaki Godoy, who's playing Luffy in the Netflix live action, has watched my stuff. And I'm just like, oh my god, that's so cool! And we brought it up as, like, a conversation, because it's, like, one of those things that I find kind of, like, embarrassing to talk about, like... You know, did Oda watch our stuff? You know, because it's like, we're just, you know, United States, America YouTubers talking about One Piece and whatever. I'm just like in my basement, like a little goofball. Like, do you think Oda's seen me? And Roger's like, you know, I'm pretty sure he probably has. And I'm just like, okay, I guess. Cool. It's just weird. It's just weird that Oda, like, is just, like, browsing YouTube and he clicks on one of my videos and he just watches it, even for, like a second. I'd just be like, that's weird, man. That's surreal, dude. I didn't realize Tekking was live till now. Oh, live. Yeah, I'm definitely live. I'm 100% live. Oh, I got good news. So, wait, hold on a second. Do you prefer old One Piece, slow-paced and more focused on side characters, or recent One Piece, speedrunning Oda? I mean, I wouldn't really say it's speedrunning. It's getting to the climax of the manga. Things are going to speed up. If you're nearing the finale of your book or your movie or your you know, video game or whatever, and things are not moving at a decent pace, then it's not really a climax. It's not really a proper ending, you know? That'd be like, imagine every single MCU movie, but there's not a final battle at the end. It's just an end. You know, that'd be weird. Like, you have to ratchet up the intensity, the craziness, the power, you know? So I wouldn't really say Oda's speed running right now. I'm just saying that it's getting into the final section. It's getting more intense. You know, there's charm to both of them. I mean, it's the same question about, like, Naruto. Like, I definitely prefer early Part 1 Naruto more than, like, late-stage Shippuden, where Naruto and Sasuke are literally demigods fighting against another god. You know what I mean? Like, I just, the idea that they fly and they can summon, like, you know, mountain-busting attacks, and it's, like... Thinking back to, like, you know, the Sasuke retrieval mission where, you know, Shikamaru's like, okay, I have 3 feet of wire and a smoke bomb. It's like, how can I defeat this ninja? And it's like, you know, 500 chapters later, like, planet busting moves. It's a little bit, it's a little interesting. Like Shikamaru was so dope, man. It's just like, I have 5 shuriken, 2 kunai knives, 3 meters of wire, and a smoke bomb. How can I take out this ninja? You know, and yeah, I definitely prefer that more. One Piece is different because there's definitely been big power scaling, but the length of the series, Naruto did as well. Like, it didn't go from, you know, ninja training with kunai knives to god attacks overnight. It was very gradual, and with One Piece, it's even more gradual. Is there a character in One Piece that could destroy a planet? Let's talk about that. Is there a planet-busting character in One Piece? And I don't mean like Whitebeard creating a tsunami that might make an earthquake that might rock the world. I mean, like, is there a character in One Piece that could literally destroy the earth if they wanted to? Yeah, you're saying Whitebeard. I think Whitebeard can create massive tsunamis and earthquakes that could rock the world, but not physically destroy the damn thing. I mean, maybe he could. That's probably the closest you're going to get, honestly, is maybe Whitebeard at his full power, just punching one spot over and over again, might eventually, like, crack the core in half. Fujitora, that depends on whether or not Fujitora could summon a meteor big enough. How big would a meteor have to be to completely destroy the planet Earth? It would have to be chonky. It would have to be big. Let's Google that. Let's find out. How big would a meteor have to be to destroy the Earth? I cannot be the first person. Okay. Okay. Scientists estimate 60 miles to completely and utterly wipe out life. Okay, but we're not talking about life. We're talking about the entire planet destroyed. Okay? So I'm not talking about that. To end life. No, we're not talking about ending life. We're talking a rock so damn big, it hits the Earth and it fucking explodes. The whole thing goes boom, all right? We're talking about that. Okay, can an asteroid destroy Earth? Here we go. And here's something. Let's see. Okay, it would probably take a rock as big as a planet to destroy our planet. All right, so that's the answer. You need like a moon or maybe like a Mercury-sized meteor. So if Fujitora could grab one, if Fujitora could like grab another planet and yank it out of its orbit and drag it down into Earth orbit, then yeah, I guess Fujitora could destroy the Earth. But that's a big if, you know? Buggy could obviously destroy the planet. I mean, that's not even... Buggy is really not even supposed to be in One Piece. The power scaling with him is just absurd. Tekking, thank you for the ant facts. Used them in a presentation and added some puns. I'm so glad that my Animal Facts series is helping you in your academic endeavors. I actually have, this morning, I made the new Animal Fact intro for the letter P. If you can guess which animal I'm discussing in the letter P, I will give you $1 billion. I don't have $1 billion, but I'll figure out a way to get $1 billion, and then I'll give it to you if you can guess. But you have to guess within the next minute, okay? Within the next 60 seconds, starting right now, okay? My clock just hit 4:55, okay? Panda, peacock. I'm just going to wait until all the... Wait, no, potato, nope. Pangolin, platypus, porcupine, peacock, pangolin, no, plankton, pandas, porpoise, penguin, pigeon, parrot, pelican, platypus, pterodactyl. You only got 40 seconds. Platypus, placenta, pelican, pinecone, pelican, parrot, pig, praying mantis. Nope. Potamus, not a potamus. Paramecia, no. Parakeet, no. Pachycephalosaurus, that's a good guess, but no. Panther, no. Nope, nobody's gotten it. Let's see. Paddlefish, protozoa, pheasant. Nope. Oh, we only got 3 seconds left, guys. We only got 3 seconds. Now it's 4:56. I don't think a single person got it. I don't think a single person got it. Let's look at some super chats before I tell you what it is. I'm in possession of a domain, Tekking101. Would you like to do something with it? I don't really ever plan on having my own website. I don't see a purpose for my own website. If I had a lot of shit going on, maybe I'd have my own website, but no, not really. If dreams can create devil fruits, they can also evolve devil fruits to gain new powers if your will is strong enough. Red Hawk and Robin Demon, for example. Yeah, I mean, like, if devil fruits are created through some sort of, like, you know, dream or desire mechanism through humans' like thoughts, then a lot of the crazy stuff that happens you can kind of explain away. It sort of brings devil fruit abilities a little bit closer to Nen, which I think is like, you know, the objectively best power system in all of anime. Like, I think it's honestly like the best. Like, the way it's set up, the way it's laid out, the way the abilities can be manifested, the way you can control which abilities they are based on your own personality. I mean, like, I think that's the absolute best. So if you're making devil fruits a little bit more like Nen, even just slightly, I'm all for that. Yeah. Nobody's gotten it. All right. I mean, somebody could have guessed it because there were a lot of comments, you know? Oh, I also skipped over all those comments for people saying if they've seen snow or not. So, yeah, I missed that. Man, we got a lot of them. A lot of people sent in messages on that one. Sorry. Okay. Well, I have the intro for the next episode of Animal Facts. I can cue it up for you. So, I have it ready to go. I made it this morning. All right. Which one is the... Yeah, okay, it's right here. All right, let me mute myself, and then I'll show it to you. Oh, there were a few people that said, well, no, you said Polygon. It wasn't Polygon, it was Porygon. That's cheating. Fuck you. Just like, I feel like that's cheating. Well, it's my list. Porygon isn't an animal. Them's fighting words right there. You want to go? You want to go right here, right now? I will fight you for Porygon being an animal. No, Porygon's not a machine. I don't care what you say. He's not a machine. He is a Pokemon that lives in cyberspace. He is a digital Pokemon. He is literally made out of programming code. He's not a robot. Okay? So, I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but you astute viewers probably have. So every time there's a new episode of, every time there's a new animal in Animal Facts, I actually update the channel banner. So this was like the original channel banner I had, which just like an ant off to the side here. So hi there, little ant. That was for Ant Facts. And then as the Animal Facts continued, I added more and more. I mean, it's pretty obvious now when you look at it. This is how it is right now. So we got, and this is the full screen version, obviously. You only see like the other version, the center part of this when you look at the channel. But, you know, we got octopi and a Komodo dragon and an elephant and a frog, and the lemming is kind of hard to see, but the lemming is on Barry's hat. We got a jellyfish, we got an iguana, we got a goat. And anyway, so the artist that made this, oh god, who was it again? I have two artists that, there's Thias and then there's Taplow. I think it was Thias that made that one. I apologize if it's the other. I have two artists that have done a lot of stuff for my channel, and they both start with the letter T, so I always mix them up. But anyway, I requested a Porygon to be there because Porygon's my favorite Pokemon. So I'm just looking at the banner the other day, and I'm like, dude. Yeah, it was Thias. It was Thias. But I'm just looking at the banner the other day, and I'm like, dude, Porygon's right there. Screw it. We're doing Porygon facts. You know, Porygon is my favorite Pokemon. I got a little shrine of Porygon stuff over here. Somebody just sent me a Porygon 2 plushie, like a crocheted kind of thing. It's like, we're doing Porygon facts, okay? We're doing this, all right? Yeah, and then I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if I want to play around with other... I think I'll keep the other animals, like, actual animals, but I want to do Porygon facts. Porygon is, you know, it's near and dear to my heart. You know, I want to do something special for the letter P, you know? So how's the World Cup going? I do not watch football or soccer. I don't even really watch a lot of American football, so I'm not really going to watch, you know, normal football. So what's going on? I have no idea. I'm barely following it on Facebook. People are just like, Morocco is doing stuff, Japan's doing good. Is Japan out of it? I think Japan's out of it, aren't they? I don't know. Morocco's out. Okay, France is in the finals. Okay, so wait, when you say finals, do you mean like it's down to like the final, like world champion kind of situation we're dealing with here? Okay, Argentina versus France. All right, see, I didn't even know Argentina was doing anything. You know what I mean? I don't follow this. It's not really my area of interest. So we got France versus Argentina will go down as the greatest World Cup finale. Really? Wow. That's insane. So, who's the favorite to win? Who's the favorite? Who we betting money on right now? If I was going to say that I was going to bet money on, I'm not going to. I don't gamble, but you know, if I was going to, I don't know why. I think I might have just started something by asking that question, but we'll see. France won it last year. France won the last year World Cup. France is like, would you say France is like the favorite to win then? But I mean, hey, if Argentina managed to make it all the way to the finals, I mean, they got to have a pretty damn good team. You know what I mean? Argentina is winning. It's rigged. Okay, well, maybe it might be. I don't know. I don't know anything. Oh, it's every 4 years. Oh, that's why I don't hear about this all the time. All right, that makes sense. So the World Championship football is only once every 4 years. That would be intense. Holy crap. That'd be like, imagine there was one Super Bowl every 4 years. It's already crazy the way it is here now. But, yeah, it's every 4 years. Good Lord. 4 years and then a World Championship crown. My God. So you get a chance to, like, that also gives you, like, the weight behind it, you know? Like, you know, France won last time, so it's like France has this, like, for 4 years, they are the world champions before they can even be attempted to be dethroned. That is crazy. I don't know who I should vote for. Who should I vote for? I think it's 4 years for president. Vote for, root for. Who am I rooting for? I don't know. Who has the cooler flag? Argentina. Argentina has the cooler flag. I mean, that's not even a debate right there. I mean, we'll pull them up, but I mean, France flag, I mean, like, it's powerful. It's a powerful flag, don't get me wrong. And it's, you know, the red, white, and blue, and, you know, I'm American and all, but, like, I mean, the Argentina flag is just better. Yeah, I mean, the Argentina flag has the sun on it, dude. It's freaking badass. Kind of a throwback to the Inca. I mean, this is awesome. So this is the French flag. I mean, yeah, it's whatever. I mean, it's a pretty powerful flag, you know. France has been around for a long time. But then we get to Argentina, and it's like, come on, man. Like, Argentina, there's just a clear better one. I just like the baby blue and then the sun right there in the center. You know, I got to go with that, man. I got to go with Argentina on this, I think, you know. I don't know a single player. I don't know anything about the game. So I'm going Argentina, though. Let's see. Vertical versus horizontal stripes. I mean, yeah. Do you know? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that word is. Yeah, you don't see light blue that often. That's another reason why I like the Estonian flag as well. My family is Portuguese. It was a sad day when they got eliminated. I saw a lot of people freaking out over, you know, it was like Morocco was doing really good. Japan was doing really good. And, yeah. Who's like the GOAT in football, last chance at winning the World Cup? Is he in France or Argentina? Don't know anything here. Hold on. Let me Google this person. Okay, here we go. He is Argentinian. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's go Argentina then. Let's go with this guy. Yeah. Go Lionel. All right. How old is he? He's 35. Yeah, I guess for like a professional sport, mid-30s into your 40s, that's kind of getting up to where like you're not in your prime, I guess, anymore. This isn't One Piece standards where you reach your prime at age 50. You know what I mean? Like, Garp at age 50 could probably win. I mean, if Garp was playing for the Japanese team at age 50, hell, at age 78, he probably would have helped. You know, he would have won. Let's see. What if scenario, if the knock-up stream was late at Jaya and Blackbeard caught up to the Mary, would the Straw Hats have any chance to beat the Blackbeard crew? I doubt it. It depends on, like, what devil fruits the Blackbeard pirates had at the time. Like, Van Augur would not have had his warp fruit. Burgess would not have had the strength fruit. And Blackbeard mentioned that Burgess and Augur were both way weaker than Ace when Ace showed up. Lafitte was not with them because he was at Marijois at the time. Doc Q might be... Blackbeard had the Yami Yami no Mi, though, at that point, though. He did. He didn't have the Gura Gura, though. So you'd have to deal with the Gura Gura, Augur's sniping skills, Burgess's just raw strength, and Doc Q's sick fruit, maybe. I don't think Stronger had the Pegasus fruit yet. Oda is still in his prime. Yeah, he is. I think that's the reason why Oda, like, makes... the characters, like, you know, like, age 50 is your prime, because that's, like, right around Oda's age, you know? Blackbeard is the only contender. I don't know. Like, Doc Q, if he has the sick fruit, that might be a concern. Yeah, we don't know if he had the fruit at that point, though. He might, because the thing is, you have to remember about Doc Q that's weird. He, as this, like, sickly dude that can barely move, had the highest bounty out of the original crew. It was like 70-something million, okay? And that was higher than Luffy's first bounty, like double Luffy's first bounty. And it's like, for what reason did he have that? You know what I mean? Like, if he's just this... He's not an old man. He's actually younger than I am. He's like 28 years old. But he's just this guy that can barely move. You know, unless he has a really powerful devil fruit, I don't think he could get a bounty of 70 million, you know? So I think he might have had it. I like your shirt. Thank you. I've had this shirt for like 10 years. I love it. It's a cool shirt. You should listen to a football commentator called Peter Drury. He's like a poet. His commentary on Messi in 2014. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Oh, wait. I can listen to his name pronounced here. Hold on.
Lionel Andres Messi.
Messi. Okay. I was saying it right. I was saying it right. But yeah, no, I mean, I understand, like, football, I mean, in most of the world, here in the United States, it's kind of weird where we don't really care. Like, I don't think I've ever had a conversation, and I know I'm not into sports really all that much. I watch a little bit of baseball, a little bit of American football. I have a lot of friends that are way into American football and basketball and baseball. I have never had a conversation about soccer or, you know, football with anybody. Like, never. My dad or my family has never been like, did you see that soccer game? You know, or none of my friends have ever talked about, like, it's just not really that big of a thing here in the States. But I understand it can get wild, you know, it can result in, like, crazy riots and things. I watch, I think, what was this? This was one of the Hot Ones interviews with Matt Damon. Yeah, so Matt Damon did a Hot Ones interview, and he talked about going to a football game once, and the experience was insane, you know? Yeah. If Baby Fime can become a nuke, I'd say that she has planet-destroying potential. Here's a fun little fun fact. If every single nuclear bomb was detonated on this planet right now, it wouldn't destroy the Earth. It wouldn't have enough power to destroy the Earth. So, you know, that's something that's interesting when you consider, like, you know, how much power humans have. Like, we have the power to destroy the Earth. I'm like... In theory, we do, but, like, even if you detonated every nuke right now, this instant, it wouldn't be enough to destroy the planet. I mean, we'd all die. Yeah, I mean, it would probably destroy the Earth. And I mean, well, it would probably... It depends. I mean, if the nukes went off in heavily populated areas with a lot of farmland and, you know, people and stuff like that, yeah, it would probably completely... It would wipe us out, but the Earth would still be here. The Earth would be ruined, absolutely. Wouldn't be destroyed, though. And even if that did happen and every nuke did go off, give it a few 10, 50, 100,000 years, couple million years, all the radiation would go away. Maybe give another species a chance. Maybe they'll, you know, evolve. Give it another 50 million years. Maybe fish, octopus. The octopus will come out of the water, and they'll be the intelligent beings, and give the octopi a chance, and then they'll probably mess it up, and then the octopi will get wiped out by something else similar, and then maybe the birds. Maybe the birds will give a shot at the ducks. The ducks will have a chance. You know, everything. The reptiles had a chance, the dinosaurs, and now mammals had a chance, or the apes had a chance, and then everybody gets a turn. Everybody gets a turn, to see how it'll go, That reminds me of a joke on Futurama once where they keep going to the future, and it's like, the apes took over, and then they ruined their society, and then the cows, and then the slugs, and it just keeps going, Argentina is the One Piece. It has a sun god. There you go. Here's a fun little thing, and I don't know this for certain, but I think whoever wins the World Cup, Oda will probably do a cover page, maybe with the Straw Hats wearing Argentinian colors, maybe, possibly, because I think he's done stuff like that before. So maybe whoever wins. I mean, if France wins, then it'll be the French colors. But I guess we'll see. What if the dinosaurs were actually highly intelligent, like in Rick and Morty? I don't know. Crows are very smart. Yeah, give it a chance to the crows. Crows can evolve. They can give it a shot. And France is huge on One Piece. Well, I think Oda would probably draw it no matter who won, but, France might be bigger there. In the year 25, if man is still alive, if a robot can survive, then they might. In the year... Okay, it's a good song. It's based off of a real song, but then that's a Futurama song. In all the world, there's only one technology, a rusty sword for practicing proctology. In a future year that ends with a 20. I'm just going to sing the whole song now. Are you up to date with Hunter x Hunter? I'm loving the recent Hunter x Hunter chapters. I am loving them. It is so nice to be back with them, and whenever I read a Hunter x Hunter chapter, dude, I love how much is in one chapter, because it feels like you're getting your time is being invested. A lot of other manga, One Piece has a lot of stuff, but you read through One Piece fairly quickly. You read through My Hero Academia fairly quickly. With Hunter x Hunter, I am upstairs, Sunday, or I guess Friday when the chapter's released, and I'm on my laptop, and I'm up there, and I spend, a good 20 minutes reading the Hunter x Hunter chapter. I feel like I'm genuinely, immersed, and if I don't understand something, I go back and reread it, and it's just, when you do understand what's happening, it makes sense, okay? And I love the last chapter, where it was mostly just the Phantom Troop messing around with how this teleportation Nen trap worked. And they were going through all the different possibilities and all the angles and how it could be done, and if a conjurer did it. But if a conjurer did it, then they would have to have, emission capabilities. And it's they're going through all the different angles of, okay, well, maybe if it goes this way, then the person can exit and then disappear. Maybe a person could go through the wall. Maybe a person can trigger it this way or that way. Or, I love how they spend so much time on it, because if superpowers and abilities like Nen actually existed, that's how it would be. You wouldn't just look at it. Okay, let me put it this way. For those of you that aren't reading Hunter x Hunter, I'm not going to spoil anything. This isn't going to spoil a thing, okay? So right now in the story, they're dealing with this situation where whenever you open this door to a room and walk in, you disappear. And they don't know where you go. You just vanish. You teleport forcefully, okay? So they're trying to figure out the mechanics of how this works, how they can get around it. Can you sneak behind the room and go in through the back? Can you cut through the wall? Does it work only once, or doesn't matter how many people go through the room at once? They just get teleported no matter what? What's the trigger for it? And if it's if that actually existed in real life, if there was a situation where you walk through a door and you get teleported, you wouldn't just sit there being all right, I guess it's a magic door. No, you'd probably sit there and take a notepad and be all right, Nats asked this, figure out how, what's the parameters on this thing? What's the limits? Where does it, it's how can I get around this? What happens if you enter another way? You know what I mean? Where do you get teleported to? Is there any way back? You'd be analyzing the shit out of that. And that's how the characters in Hunter x Hunter do it. So I really love that shit, man. Nen versus hockey. Nen wins. I'm sorry. Nen is like the best. I'm a fanboy for Nen. I think it's like the best power system in all of anime. I think Togashi just nailed it. I like Chakra. I like hockey in One Piece. I like what are some other power systems I really enjoy? I mean, obviously Reiatsu, spiritual pressure in One Piece, not One Piece, spiritual pressure in One Piece. In Bleach, I enjoy. Oh, I like the domain expansions in Jujutsu Kaisen. I think that's pretty cool. You know, like quirks in My Hero. Like, yeah, like there's some of these that are better than others, but like, you know, I just read Mistborn. I really like Allomancy, the way the power system works there. But like, I think just Nen is the best. You know, Alchemy is solid. Alchemy is really great. I love Alchemy. JoJo stands, the powers are weird. It's basically just random abilities. You know, there's really no rule for it. It's just kind of like my stand has this wacky ability. It's like, okay. So the stands are, I don't know if you would consider stands like a hard magic system in an anime. I don't think they are. You know, it's just my stand can do this really specific power thing, and it only works under these really specific circumstances. Like, okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. One thing I just wanted to talk about today. So the good news I was talking about earlier. So this kind of freaked me out for a little while, but like last month, okay, I had laryngitis, right, where my throat just got shot, and I'm still kind of like it's sort of like I'm trying to avoid screaming very loudly. But anyway, when I went into the doctor to get looked at, like what's up with my throat, and I can't talk, and she's like looking in there, and she's like, yeah, you probably have laryngitis. It's probably, you know, just go easy on your voice for a few days. Here's some medicine. But the thing is, I never had my tonsils taken out, okay? And when she was looking in like the back of my throat, there's my tonsils, but there's also like a little polyp, I guess, growing on one of my tonsils, like a little bump. And she saw that, and she's like, has that been there? And I'm like, I think so. I think it's been there for a while. And she's like, okay, well, maybe you should go get that checked. And I'm like, okay. So I went to a throat doctor today. And I've been worried for like the last week about this because, like, I don't know, man. I'm worried. It's like my throat. It's like I need this, you know? I fucking need this, you know? If it was my arm, if it was a leg problem, I'd be like, whatever. But, like, I need my fucking throat, all right? You know, I need my throat. It kind of is required. So I didn't want to have like tonsils removed and then like I can't speak for like 2 weeks or like there's some other problem here. So I go in today and the throat doctor looks at it and he just like, I was in there for like 5 minutes and I talked to him a bit. He was a really cool guy and he looks at it and he's like, yeah, that's just how your tonsils are shaped. They're a little bit, I guess I have really large tonsils, so whatever, I guess. You know, and it's like, yeah, you have like, you know, that's just how your tonsils are shaped. You're fine. That's like a dime a dozen. I've seen this before. You know, there's nothing to really get upset by. It's fine. And just like, and so he felt my throat. He's like, nope, you're good. You're fine. Everything's okay. I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah. Like, do you have any trouble eating? I'm like, no. I was like, does it hurt? I'm like, no. I'm like, all right, you're good. I'm like, oh. And I'm just like, oh my. That was a big relief for me today. I don't know why. I just worried about that for the last week or so. You know, just like, oh God, you have this extraordinarily rare throat disease. I'm like, ah, shit. But yeah. Yeah. And especially since I was talking to my friend about it. And she's like, oh, yeah, because apparently tonsillectomy is getting your tonsils removed when you're an adult. That is, like, way more painful than... That's why you get them removed when you're, like, a kid, usually. And so I'm like, oh, that's not good. You know, I don't want to get that removed. But, hey, I'm set. I'm good. All right. Did I get any of the One Piece trading card games? No, I haven't yet. I haven't gotten around to it. I played a little bit of it with Briggs when we were at Anime Expo, and by played a little bit of it, I mean we just kind of sat there and looked through the deck, and we didn't actually know how to play, but they look cool. Why is it bad as an adult? I don't know, man. I'm not a doctor. That's just what I've been told. Yeah, I need my throat. I need to do videos, you know? There was a lady that would always shop in Dollar Tree when I used to work there, and I guess she had an issue with her throat where she needed surgery. And ever since then, her voice was like always hoarse. Like her voice always sounded like she could barely speak. She was always like, "Hi, how are you doing?" Like that was her voice from now on. And I'm like, "Oh God, no, I can't. That can't work for me." Yeah. I got mine removed at 13. It hurt a lot. Jesus. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. When I get back from Christmas leave, I'm going to mail you a Shinto charm. Merry Christmas from the 29th Engineering Battalion. Oh, that's so... Thank you so much for that. I would love a Shinto charm. It takes longer to heal when you're an adult. Oh, damn. I just remember having pain for weeks. Yeah, so that's the... I think if you have a... I think if you have your tonsils as an adult, it can lead to an increased risk of, like, strep throat. But I've never really... I mean, I've had strep throat, but it's not like a reoccurring thing. It's not like every year I get strep throat or anything, so, you know. But anyway, yeah, that's that. What else? Let's talk about the charity stream. I should really be promoting it. I'm really proud of it this year. I'm planning on it. I got the thumbnail art, and I got some people... I sent out some messages to some other YouTubers, and we got a all-star list of YouTubers for this year's Tekking101 charity live stream for St. Jude Children's Hospital. So it is this Saturday, December 17th, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be reminders. I will put out a video for it. I will remind it, and there's going to be a video tomorrow. I'm making a One Piece video tomorrow. I'll mention it there. Probably mention it on Friday. If I don't, I'm pretty sure I'm putting out a video on Friday, but if I don't, I'll just do that. There'll be a thing on the channel, like a live stream, like setup thing, and like a notification. So it'll be reminded there. I'm gonna go through the list of my all-star cast to get you all hyped. So if I could find the damn, oh, there it is. Okay, all right. So we have a great cast of characters. Okay, so the first person, these are just alphabetical order. The first YouTuber that is going to be in the stream, when I say in the stream, if you've never seen one of these, I ask YouTubers to make me videos, and then those videos will air during the live stream. Okay, like that's the whole idea, because that way it breaks it up so I don't have to sit there in front of a camera for 9 hours straight, and I have time to go eat and like rest and like, you know, go to the bathroom and things like that. So the first person is going to be Too Spooky from the hit YouTube channel Too Spooky, who also plays Verona on One Piece D&D. We are going to have Too Spooky there. He sent me a video. His video is 5 minutes long. I sent them, like, it could be like 5 minutes, you know, minimum, and it can be like longer if you want it to be. So we have Too Spooky. Next up, we have Artur from the Library of Ohara himself. Artur sent me a video. Really cool guy, and he's probably way more knowledgeable about One Piece than I am. So, and I haven't actually watched any of these. I really should kind of look through some of them. I've looked through some of them. I just haven't watched all of them in their entirety. But Artur sent me a video. Next up, we have BDA Law. We have Brago. Brago sent me a video. He was the first person I think I messaged, and he was also the first person to get right back to me of just like, yeah, you know, I'll make a video for you. So Brago sent me one. We got his. His is 8 minutes. I think his and Artur's are both about 8 minutes long. Yes, they are. Okay. That guy is lame. No, he's not. Then we have Briggs, who also plays a character on One Piece D&D. Briggs plays, of course, Ragnar, as well as Norman on Isekai D&D. So we got Too Spooky, Artur, we got Brago, we got Briggs. Next up, we have Joy Girl. Joy Girl sent me a video. I did a stream with her not too long ago, a couple months back. I did a stream on her channel. I think it was for her members only. But we did a collab that was really fun. And so I asked her to help me out with this, and she sent me a video. Then we have Murphy. Murphy sent me a video, and so this was great because I only started talking to Murphy in the last year or so, and she talks about One Piece and Hunter x Hunter, but she's more primarily like a book YouTuber, you know, and so she actually reached out to me, and yeah, she made a video for it, and it's great. So we got Murphy. Then we have Randy Troy. Randy Troy, we have something from him. And then his is a little bit more, that one's a little bit more like, I don't want to spoil too much about that one. And then we have Roger. Roger, of course, Roger's Base over on the Roger's Base YouTube channel, of course. He sent me a video, so we have Roger's. You're going to enjoy his. His is really fun. His was the one I looked at. I think actually his might have been the first person. Him or Brago were the first person that sent me their videos, but his is good. His is a tier list video, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. And then finally, we have a video from Megan and Josh over at the Volume 1 podcast. I've been on their show a few times, and they're rising to prominence right now. And pretty solid podcast. Go check them out. They went through all of the different arcs of One Piece. I was on there for Impel Down, and I think I was also on there when they got caught up with Wano, a couple months ago, or maybe like a month ago. So Volume 1 sent me one too. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 9. We have 9 videos. Technically 10. Well, not really. We have 9. But yeah, we have 9. So there's that. And it's a thing where it's like I didn't want to ask too many, but I didn't want to ask too few. So I got this amount, and I'm like, I could have asked more people, but I'm like, you know what? I'm happy with this amount right here. These videos equal out to, I think, about 2 hours of content. Yeah, it's like 2 hours of content. So I'm going to be doing a stream for 8 hours. That's 2 hours that I can, spend to like relax and like go eat or something. So that'll be a lot of fun, yeah. Let's see. What's your opinion on the Resident Evil series? I just got Resident Evil 6, although I haven't played it yet, so we'll see. How long is this live going to be? Not super long. I just kind of wanted to jump on a live stream today because I was busy with a lot of other stuff, so I knew I was going to get a video done today, and apparently we might get this massive blizzard tomorrow, so I wanted to do a stream now while I know I have power. Although I guess the smarter thing to do would have been to film a video so then I could upload it now in case the power goes out tomorrow. But what are you going to do? I don't think the power will go out. Let's see here. The cast sounds amazing. It's good. It's a good thing. Have a good Christmas, Tekking. I hope so. I hope we can get 20,000 this year. Because 2 years ago we hit 17K. And last year, because of my moving and everything like that, I didn't really have time to plan it as well, so we didn't have any videos last year, and we only raised 12. So 12,000 is still really good. It's just that I want to hit 20. I want to hit 20 for St. Jude. So let's see if we can hit 20,000. Can the charity stream be 12 hours longer? Probably not, because I'd like to sleep. Maybe if I ever do something like that, if I ever do like a super, like, I don't know how Briggs does it sometimes. He can do streams for like, 36 hours or whatever. He'll sleep on stream. I don't want to do that. But we'll see. If I ever do something like that, I could get maybe other people to help me out, like tag out or whatever. But whatever. It should be a fun time. Yeah, I'm doing it from my university again. Same setup as last year. And the year before that. And the year before that. And the year before that. Do you think you can make a video on what female character in One Piece would have the most powerful happiness punch? Probably Boa. I'm assuming it would probably be Boa. Yeah, I'm doing the stream at the college. It's easier if you play a game during the stream, I guess. Except every time I try to play a game on a live stream, it always crashes. Typically. I just played a game the other day on Steam, and I don't usually play PC games. But there was a game that came out on Steam that I actually favorited months ago called Choo Choo Charles. It's a game where you fight an evil demon train. With your own train. And I always thought it looked pretty creepy, and so I bookmarked it months and months and months ago. And just the other day, I got an email that was like, Choo Choo Charles is now available. And I'm like, oh, shit, okay. And so I bought it, and I played it. And I really liked it. I enjoyed it, the game. It wasn't that long. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. Wait, what? It's a game about a killer train. I'm like, yeah. I can actually probably play some of it right now if you want me to. Yeah. Let's see. Do you read colored manhwa? I don't read much manhwa at all, really. Have I ever heard of Cocaine Bear? Yeah. The movie and the actual story. So I'm probably going to see it, yeah. Gotta have a Cocaine Bear. Ragnarok. Record of Ragnarok is coming out January. I actually put it in my phone because I'm like, I can't wait. Let's see what we got here. Record of Ragnarok comes out on January 26th. So I'm looking forward to that. And the Vinland Saga Season 2 comes out on January 9th. So we got a lot of really cool stuff coming out in January here. Super chats. Could you stream the One Piece episode, which will be live when you are charity streaming? I can't live stream a One Piece episode. I'll get flagged immediately. Do you think you can make a video? I already made that. Oh, rarest card? My rarest card. I have a Ghost Rare Red Dragon Archfiend that I pulled from an old booster pack like a couple years ago, and I think it's worth like $100. But I put it in a thing because as soon as I got it, I was like, "Ooh, this looks kind of rare," so I put it in a sleeve. And it's in a safe location. I think that's the rarest one I have, though. There was also, I don't know if I still have it down here, but, yeah. Somebody, I cut my fingernails. I can't get under it. Oh my god. This thing's like fused to the bottom of my, get up there. There we go. No, I just still didn't get it. Get out of the... All right, there we go. Somebody sent me this. It was a Dark Magician Girl as an anime... I mean, as a fan mail thing a couple months ago. So, I have that. I gotta get new business cards. These are the same business cards I've had for like 5, 6, 7 years. I have a few Ghost Rares. They're not worth a lot now. Yeah, I don't think they're worth that much, but I think I get something for it. Do you have any other type of collectible cards? I have some old Pokemon cards. I have a holographic Chansey, Poliwrath, and Steelix, like as when I pulled them as a kid. And I have them in the little plastic cases that I still have to this day. I don't really think they're worth a lot of money, though. Like, I'm just going to go to eBay really quick here, because eBay is the best way to check a price on something. But I'm going to type in... Pokemon Chansey holographic 1999 Chansey. $25 for base set Chansey. Okay. I mean, and that's like really good condition. Here's another one that's been graded. Maybe I should get these graded, actually. Maybe I should send these away to get graded. I've had them for a long time. Because if you get something graded by a professional service, that's kind of like, I think that just gives it, like, lends it to, like, okay, authenticity here. Which, PSA, is it PSA? I think there's another service that's better than that. Who's the character on the Sea God video thumbnail? Oh, it was just, I literally just typed in creepy anime girl, and she came up, and she had purple hair, so I changed it to blue, in my Photoshop, and that's it. Like, literally... with the Sea God video. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, with the Sea God video. This was the original, like, I just found this on Google. And I'm like, alright, that looks pretty creepy. And then I just changed her hair to this. And then there you go. Yeah. Do you think there's a moon god? Thoughts on my dono you missed? It was 2 of them. Yeah, I'm going to go back through them. Looks like her, but yeah, it kind of works, you know. Yeah. Let's see. That's my NFT. Just typed in creepy anime girl. All right. What were we doing? Oh, super chats. Yeah, let's go through those. Refresh. Okay, so Rob was the last from that. I think Gear 5 should only be activated near death. No. I think Luffy has the power, he should use it. You know, I don't think it should be a limitation thing. Like, it drains my life force. I can only use it under these circumstances. I think that's a trope that happens too much whenever the anime character gets a power-up. It's like, okay, he has this power-up. Now he can use it whenever he wants. He's like, no, he can't. I'm like, but why not? He unlocked it. He's like, yeah, but, like, he can't. I'm like, because it kind of seems like, oh, you just don't want to do it all the time because it'll break the story. Fuck that shit. Luffy can use it. He's going to use it. All right? Let's see. Okay. Looking for... Okay. And if the authority chip is encased... okay. Yeah, so since Blackbeard encountered the Seraphim at Amazon Lily and took Kobe with him, who saw control them, it could be he got his hands on Kobe's authority chip, which he had to control the 2 Seraphim. And if the authority chip is encased in something similar to Law's power, with Blackbeard possibly defeating Law, he might then force Law to open it, now giving him control over at least 2 Seraphim. That might be a possibility. But even then, that he wouldn't have supreme authority, though, because Vegapunk and his satellites would still outrank him. I think that's still a concern. for Vegapunk and Vegapunk satellites to order around the Seraphim. You'd literally have to eliminate all of the satellites and Vegapunk in order to use them, or separate the Seraphim from them, so, you know, then Blackbeard could just issue the orders. But Blackbeard's not even involved yet on Egghead. He might be heading there. Who knows? We gotta see. Have you played RuneScape? Oh, yes. From the summer of 2007, I played it. And then during the height of the pandemic, like right around that second wave in the fall of 2020 when everybody was locking down again, I played it again for probably a good 4 or 5 months. I was back into RuneScape. RuneScape is a lot of fun, but you get to a point where I pretty much did all the quests that I could do, and the quests that I couldn't do basically required really high stats in order to unlock. So I remember there was one quest where, like, I needed 70 woodcutting in order to start it, and I only had, like, 59 woodcutting, and, like, the idea of sitting there and just chopping a fucking tree, like, even if I'm using, like, I have a dragon axe, and I'm using, like, I'm even looking on the wiki for, like, the best optimal way of gaining, you know, levels, and I'm, like, doing it in, like, one of the most optimal ways possible, and it's like, yeah, this is still gonna take you several hours of just chopping a tree, you know, and I'm just like, I have more important stuff to do. I mean, I could be reading a book, you know what I mean? Yeah, unless you cheat, which I didn't want to. So, yeah. What was that thing that I never understood? Click logging or something? There was something, I don't know if that was that, or there was some click method that I never understood how it even worked. Click logging, I don't think it was that. Click logging is like you actually download a client to, like, click stuff for you. But there was, hold on a second here. RuneScape, wiki, woodcutting tips, I guess. One ticking. Yeah, one ticking. What the fuck is that? I never understood what that was. I was trying to understand, like, because every time you were looking for strategies on how to, like, okay, here are woodcutting strategies. There'd be, like, one tick strategies and then normal strategies. And I never understood one tick. I didn't understand what it was. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what this is. Yeah. Yeah. This is the wrong wiki. Hold on a second. Oh, I think it was old school. OSRS wiki. That's what it was. Yeah. Woodcutting training. All right, hold on a second here. Okay, fastest experience. Let's see. Like, so woodcutting. So I was in the 35 to 99. Okay, 1.5 tick woodcutting. 2 tick woodcutting. Without tick manipulation. I don't know, what is tick manipulation? I don't even know what this is. It's so weird to hear you curse. I know, right? Is it the lighting or is your hair red? It can be more red. Ooh. The game moves in ticks or frames. Okay, how do I manipulate that? Okay, yeah, I understand the game moves in frames. So do I have to get, like, into the rhythm of, like, that was a frame, that was a frame, that was a frame, that was a frame? And, like, make sure to click in a perfect rhythm, like some kind of, like, memory game? Because, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I was in OSRS. I was in old school, because that's what I did back in 07. So, yeah. I just reached a point where couldn't do any more quests, and in order to unlock more quests, I would have to do these crazy, like, hours and hours of chopping trees, or hours and hours of building defense, or hours and hours of building slayer skills, and I'm just like, I don't want to do any of that anymore. That's not fun for me. That's not fun. So, yeah. That's basically what it is, 100%. Okay, well, screw that then. I'm sorry. That's not for me. Not for me. Anybody else that wants to do it, go for it. Do you think the connection between Blackbeard and rocks? Oh, yeah, I think it's either, like, an inherited will, inherited devil fruit, or maybe a blood relation. Are you ever going to continue the rolls on the high seas? Yeah, I never really finished that, did I? I should go back to that definitely at some point. I'm actually going back to a classic One Piece video tomorrow. If I have power, it's not going to be something like about the recent chapter. I wanted to do something classic. I wanted to do a classic video. I just wanted to pick a topic that anybody that reads or watches One Piece could watch and listen to. It's not about Vegapunk. It's not about all this crazy stuff happening right now. I just wanted to take a break. And so for that reason, tomorrow we are doing a video on Smoker's Devil Fruit. So if you're a fan of Smoker, congratulations. Tomorrow is going to be that video. So there you are. Just a simple video on the Moku Moku no Mi. Nothing complicated. Just take it easy. Slow ride. Take it easy. That's what it's all about. Do you think they will show more fights in the Bleach anime? Yes. Yes, they probably will. Next week we start Jaya. What's some fun trivia I can share with them? Okay, my friends are starting Jaya, so what can I share with them? What's some fun One Piece trivia around this time of the story? Trying to think. What? Specific trivia about Jaya and Skypiea. If you desire, you will have power. Ooh. I'm trying to think of some fun little like Oda trivia, like he planned on doing this or he planned on doing that, but he didn't. You know, I'm trying to think of something, and I can't really think of anything off the top of my head here. I mean, first introduction to the concept of hockey. I mean, that you can argue that was in like chapter 1 with Shanks. Something about Noland. Yeah, I'm trying to think something about Noland, but it's not really coming up. The microcosm, yeah, I mean, that's not something Oda said, but you could say that Skypiea overall is essentially a microcosm of the entire One Piece story stuffed into one arc. So that's pretty much you could do with that. Yeah, Shanks uses hockey, yeah. How old was the ship that fell? That was the St. Brice. It fell, and it was about 200 years old. From the kingdom of St. Brice in the South Blue, I believe. Maybe the West Blue. I think it was the West Blue. Eneru has a hypothetical bounty of 500 million. That's actually a good one. That's something Oda confirmed. So when your friends get to Skypiea and they meet Eneru, and Eneru is this crazy powerful character, you can tell them that if Eneru was a pirate on the Blue Sea, his bounty would be 500 million, which is insane at that point in the story. Like, crazy high. I saw your top 10 ladies of One Piece video today. Did I do a top 10 ladies of One Piece? I was on a live stream where we covered that, but it wasn't on my channel. Now, I did do top 21 best boobs in One Piece. That might be what you're referring to there. Oh, that damn boob video. That boob video is going to be with me until I die, isn't it? That's just going to be the thing. You know, I might as well have that on my grave when I die. It's just like Tekking101, Matthew Crawford, he made the boob video. Like, there you go. He made the 21 best boobs in One Piece video. God rest his soul. Just like, there it is. That everybody, by the way, still wants me to update every time. And just like, update the boob video. I'm like, I'm not updating the boob video. The boob video is static. The boob video will stay the way it is. What kind of camera do you use? I use a Logitech Brio as a webcam. My digital camera, my camcorder, is a Panasonic HC. I'm just going to show it to you. Hold on. Got it disconnected from my tripod. There it is. This is my camera I use to film my reviews. There you are. It is in 4K, although I've never filmed in 4K. I could try. I could maybe try to film a video in 4K. I don't think you need to see me in 4K, but I could do it. Okay. Oy, 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 oy. Naruto hasn't gotten beyond moon busting. Yeah, well, okay, so I apologize. There's no planet busters in Naruto, just moon busters. I mean, come on, Tekking. I'm like, all right, fair, but still. Love your One Piece discussions. Keep up doing what your thing. Thanks, man. Do you know what your top 20 anime manga are? That's a very loaded question. Pretty much everything I've talked about is on there. Let's see. How has Barry been? I mean, he's good. He's in the Christmas spirit back here. He's next to his little fireplace that he's got. Yeah, everybody's saying that D is for desire now, which, I mean, if it was, I guess that's fine. You know, I would rather Oda just create his own word for it, you know, instead of it being like desire or dawn or devil. It's just the D is a word that he creates, so it has a little bit more meaning to it, rather than just it was desire the whole time. I'm like, oh, all right, that was the big mystery. Okay. Let's see. Thoughts on the OPM manga recently? I actually am going to go read that chapter right after this, and I think I'm going to be ending the stream pretty soon, honestly. I'm getting hungry. I'm going to go eat. Briggs was really cool. Briggs, I guess, has a sponsor. He's sponsored by HelloFresh, so he got me some free HelloFresh food. I got that, so I have some meals up there that I'm going to make. One's a chicken, and one's also this bolognese kind of sauce with like a spaghetti pasta dish. So I'm gonna go cook one of those. They look pretty good, and I've never had HelloFresh, so I'll give it a shot. Let's see. I'm bored as fuck, and I could have COVID. What do I do? Well, if you're bored and you might have COVID, or you do have COVID. All right, I was gonna suggest take a COVID test, but if you have COVID, what I did when I had COVID was I basically sat in a bed for 3 days and listened to My Chemical Romance over and over and over again. So you could do that. Just jam out to mid-2000s emo rock. That's basically what I did. Yeah. Let the man cook. What MCR album? Mostly Black Parade, because it's the best one. I actually saw a Black Parade album, like a record vinyl album in the store the other day, and I was going to buy it, but the record player I had a cheap one. It broke. So I think my dad's actually going to get me one for Christmas, because my dad every year asks me, he's like, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I got pretty much everything. And I was like, well, my record player did break. And my dad loves music. My dad's like a huge music guy, mostly like, 70s, AC/DC, Pink Floyd, that kind of shit. So he's like, all right, I can maybe help you out with that. And I'm like, all right. So I think my dad's going to get me a new record player, and I'm going to get fucking Black Parade on vinyl. And just, yeah, I don't know what that would make me. I don't know if that would make like a mid-2000s hipster pretending to be a 1970s hipster. I don't know, but there we are. Your dad's a stoner. My dad grew up in the 70s. My dad, yeah, he was a teenager. He graduated high school in 1976. So what do you think? What do you think? When I was a kid growing up, like I would get home from school, and my mom would be at work until late at night, so my dad would be there, and he would get me dinner, and then he'd help me with my homework, and then after that, he'd be like, all right, are you good with your homework? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm good, Dad. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, I'm going to go watch SpongeBob or something. And he's like, okay, I'm going to be upstairs jamming out. And he would just go upstairs in his room, and he would just sit there with this big speaker system he had. He had this big stereo thing that it could play cassettes, and it could play CDs, and it could play records, and it could play like 8 tracks, and it had like this whole setup thing. And he was just up there, and he would just be listening to he would just be blasting music, just like, and he's be on his bed just jamming out. Like that's what he did. That's what he did. Get your deck ready. We'll duel one day for keep, and world will depend on it. Okay, cool. But thanks for the 50 doll hairs, Paco Loco. I will have my Yu-Gi-Oh deck ready. All my Yu-Gi-Oh cards are organized alphabetically. They are ready to go. Ask your dad what his favorite strain is. Actually, we were going to my aunt's wedding a couple months ago, and we got in my dad's Jeep. It was me and my dad's girlfriend. And as soon as I get in the Jeep, I could smell pot. And it's like, I didn't say anything because I'm just like, there's probably just pot. Probably because my dad was smoking pot in here. So anyway, we're driving, and then his girlfriend, Tracy, is like, it smells like pot in here. And my dad's like, yeah, I have some right here. I'm just like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, that's what happens. So, yeah. Very interesting, because the dichotomy between my parents is my dad doesn't really care, and my mom is completely against marijuana and cannabis, and just on the aspect of it's illegal. It's a drug, therefore it's bad, therefore don't smoke it. And I'm like, do you even really know how it affects you? He's like, nope, it's against the law. It's a drug. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Because we were driving past a CBD store, like a dispensary, and my mom is just like, I cannot believe you can just walk into a store and buy marijuana. And she didn't say it with, like, a shock. Like, I can't believe that's the way the world is now. No, she said it with, like, the mom energy. Like, I cannot believe you can just buy drugs. It just, like, that was kind of, like, the tone. So I'm like, okay, Karen. Just like, yeah. Get zooted with your dad for bonding. I've never been high. I've never been drunk. I don't know how I would react to it. I don't know how I would feel. I don't really have any aversion to it. I just never had any interest either. I don't know. Tell you what, if I ever get wicked drunk or wicked high, I'll make a video and you could come on that ride with me. But anyway, I'm going to go make dinner. Hope you guys enjoyed. Moku no Mi Smoke video tomorrow. Also going to do the whole thing with the charity stream, and look forward to Porygon facts. Let's actually end out the stream with that Porygon fact intro one more time, because I'm just proud of that. Okay, here it is. You guys have a fantastic evening. Tekking101 signing out.